I am Curran Bhatia speaking with Montana Love. He's 15-0-1, 7 knockouts. He's from Cleveland, and he's going to be fighting in Cleveland, in Ohio, on the undercard of Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. Montana, how are you doing, my man?
Hey, how you doing?
Thanks so much for taking the time. So, obviously, this is a hometown fight for you. What does that mean for you to be fighting in your home?
It means everything to me, man. I get emotional at times. It's like a dream come true for me. Very excited, to be fighting in front of my friends, family, and the people that support me here. And I'm just ready to give them a show.
Absolutely. And you're going to be taking on Ivan Baranchik, who we saw in a fight of the year fight with Zapata. It was a back and forth fight. They knocked each other down several times. What did you think of your opponent's last fight?
Um, I felt like he was just reckless. I felt he was reckless. It was a great fight, very entertaining fight. But from a fighter's perspective, I took a lot from that fight as well. Just the aggression, how he carried himself, the lack of defense and things like that.
And we mentioned this is a hometown fight for you. He's originally from Russia, and I believe he spends time now in Oklahoma. So there is a hometown advantage. How do you think that crowd energy is going to play into this fight?
It's gonna be amazing. Um, this is my city. They love me here. It's gonna be electrifying in there. It's gonna be crazy.
We mentioned your opponent Baranchik. He's definitely tough. He definitely comes forward. Let me ask you this about this opportunity, because you're 26 years old. You've been a professional since 2015. Are you looking at this fight and this opportunity as like a springboard for your career, for a lot of people to get to know you? And are you looking to make a big splash in this one?
Oh yeah, absolutely. After this fight right here, we'd be lined up, for a title eliminator soon. This right here definitely put the 140-pound division, like it wake them up, like let them know I'm here. I go from prospect to contender with this fight.
Absolutely. And this is going to be a big stepping stone for you. So, on the record, your official prediction for Sunday night, August 29th against Baranchik is what?
We don't pretty much uh do predictions, but we don't really seeing it going to full 10. But we prepare for it to be 10 though. We prepare for any and everything.
And just speaking a little bit about this opportunity, as I saw you post on Instagram. You said went from fighting in an empty high school gym or an empty high school arena to now a full stadium on August 29th. I mean, just in terms of your journey, I mean, what does this opportunity mean for you in your journey?
It means everything. Like I say, just even this year alone, just the elevation and the momentum I've been getting is crazy. I went from literally, I had fought in Atlanta in April, then I fought in Dubai in June. Came back, I was in camp with Mario Barrios, helping him get ready for Javante Davis, and then now I'm fighting on Showtime pay-per-view.
It's been a great journey, and I'm sure it's going to continue. Let's talk about your origins a little bit. They call you Too Pretty. So what's the origin of the nickname Too Pretty?
This was a thing that I had as a kid. We used to slap box back home, like, just in the streets when we was younger. And like, I never really used to get hit. So they used to swing. I'd be like, too pretty. And, you know what I mean? So it just stuck with me. Stuck with me off the defense.
When we think about your story and when we look you up on YouTube, there's a lot of sparring videos, some of those with Tank Davis. It seemed like it got a little heated in there with Tank. What happened with sparring with Tank Davis?
We had got some good rounds. We got some great rounds. We both like we got a lot of similarities as well. You know what I mean? And he liked it. He talked his trash. I talk my trash. But the thing that really like blew everything up is like, we end up squashing it. Like, after we spar like a Monday, I was there to like a whole week. So like they wouldn't let us spar again. Like, we both was like at each other and whatnot. So they wouldn't let us spar again. And then like we squashed everything, we training for like the next 5 days. But as soon as I leave, like literally as soon as I leave, like as I'm getting on a plane, my phone just like gets going crazy. Like, hey, Tank posted a video. Like, what? Like, huh? Like literally as I'm literally getting on the plane, they waited till I get to the airport to try to post like sneak this a video, and that's when everything like just went even crazy. Like he tried to do like his highlights, I guess.
So you feel like he took the sparring out of context and only put his highlights and didn't put your moments in there?
No, that's exactly what happened. He just put his highlights in, but even them highlights, his highlights still show that even show like it still wasn't really nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like never got hurt or anything like that. Like, but like that's what I'm saying. Like we really had it was fireworks in there. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like no one sided sparring, none of that. Like I did my thing and you know what I'm saying? I showed, you know what I mean? I showed out and you could just tell from his highlights, them supposed to be like his moments, that they still wasn't shit. Like I looked like our big brother. You know what I mean?
So your relationship with Tank Davis now is what?
Right now, like we don't have like no smoke or no animosity. Like I just seen him recently. You know what I mean? Spoke or whatnot. It wasn't no beef or nothing like that.
Would you consider sparring Tank Davis again in the future?
Nah, I wouldn't even say sparring. I would like shit. He at my weight. I wouldn't fight. You know what I mean? He got a title at my weight right now, so I definitely want that fight.
When do you think we could see that fight come together, you versus Tank Davis?
First thing first. I don't overlook nobody. I got to get through this fight first. Getting through this fight, then we focus on, you know what I mean, the future. What's next?
And speaking of this fight, August 29th, you're taking on Ivan Baranchyk. We know that you have interests outside of boxing. I know you opened a nail salon, a mobile spa. So why is entrepreneurship important to you?
I grew up, just growing up, my mother I never seen my mother work a job. You know what I mean? I just seen a lot of fighters go broke. You know what I'm saying? Because they find all the wrong things. You know what I mean? So me, I believe it let my money work for me. Like, so instead of me going out, buying a $10,000 chain, a $20,000, $30,000 watch, you know what I mean? I'd rather just put that into my business and leave something for my kids. Like I'm trying to create generational wealth.
Speaking of fighters' pay, I know Jake Paul has been passionate about fighters' pay, and he said that all of the fighters on the undercard are going to be making their highest purse for this event on August 29th. Is that accurate for you as well?
Yeah, definitely.
And what do you think about the overall event, Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley? You've been around these guys now. What do you think about the main event fight?
I think it's, honestly, like I really think it's good. It's going to be entertaining. Even though Jake haven't been in the sport as long, he's a quick learner. Tyron Woodley, he's a dangerous man as well. We didn't seen him what he can do in the cage. You know what I mean? We didn't seen him knock guys out one punch. You know what I mean? So it's very entertaining. Just seeing how the transition. Like Jake is a very big guy as well. Like him and his brother, they big as shit. And they strong. So it's really just going down. Boxing, you can't count nobody out. All it takes is one punch.
So your official prediction for the main event, Paul versus Woodley, would be what?
I can't make a prediction. You know what I mean? I just wish both of them luck. Hope they both come out here safe, and may the best man win.
And just to close it out, there's going to be a lot of new eyeballs introduced to you, a lot of new fans that are going to be seeing you for the first time on Sunday. what would be your final message to your fans and supporters, and where can they follow you on social media to keep up with you?
They can follow me on Instagram at Montana Too Pretty Love. I have Facebook Montana Love, and I just want to tell them continue to support me. I fight for you guys. I definitely want to give you guys a show, so please tune in August 29th. If you can't make it in the building, order the fight. It's going to be definitely a card you did not want to miss. Biggest pay-per-view card of the year.
Montana Love is fighting Ivan Baranchyk on Sunday, August 29th. It's the undercard of Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley. Montana Love, thank you so much for the time and best of luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you. See you soon.